Hi guys, and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Rangers. We're hoping for something better today after last time's volatile episode, playing Hearts here at Easter Road. Take a little look at the matches. Last time out, last match in the league, Celtic actually from 1-0 up, lost 2-1 at Tynecastle. So we take a look at the league table, they're on 9, we're on 4, so if we win we're actually only 2 points behind them, but obviously it's going to be tough at Easter Road when we're not in good form, but they lost last time at Tannadice 5-2 against Dundee United, so they do have a defensive error in them. We've played them already 8 times. We've won 4, lost 3 and drawn 1. We're in woeful form apparently, and they're in inconsistent form, so we really need to change that form. What we're going to do is change it up a little bit. I'm undecided what we're going to do. I think we'll go with this 4-4-2 diamond that we've used a couple of times in the past. We'll go with Ian Fulton. At right back we'll go with Gamboa, or will we? We'll go with Houston. Well, we'll go with Houston actually. We'll go with Houston. At the back we'll go with Cardoso, and he will partner Fernandez. Left back we'll go with Oliveira. Sitting we'll go with Jack Price, who can be a supporting defensive midfielder. In the midfield, Liam Henderson not quite ready to play, so we'll go with McGinn, who can play box to box, or will we just... No, okay, he can be a deep line playmaker I suppose, and he will play alongside Barjonas I think, but let's just see who... yeah, actually, yeah, Rooney can play in behind. He can be an advanced playmaker, or is anyone else better at that? I'm kind of not sure who to play in here. Yeah, we'll go with Rooney I suppose, which leaves Barjonas and McGinn in behind. Barjonas can be a deep line playmaker as well now. They can just sit in and kind of ping it forward. Hopefully the trio here can be a bit more rigid, and then the trio up front can be the main attacking outlets. Target man up front there in Odsonne Edouard, and he will partner Herrera I suppose. Herrera, who can play that trequartista role, just running around like a headless chicken up there. We'll go with Fodringham, Alves, no, Fodringham and Wallace. Fodringham, Wallace, Gamboa, Mitchell, Jack, Afif, O'Halloran, oh no, Morelos, he doesn't fit in the bench. Okay, we'll take Jack out since he's not really fit at the moment, so we'll go with Morelos and O'Halloran as the last two on the bench. Attacking, as always, we'll go more direct passing actually with this, although we play out of defence as well. Exploit the middle, look for the overlap, and higher formation. So again, it's an aggressive, positive formation. That's the way I think we should be playing all the time. We're up against 3-1-3-1-2 there, which is a bit odd. I actually think this could be exploited by wingers, so maybe we shouldn't have went with this formation just now, but we'll see what we get out of it. Maybe the overlaps will help us. Come on lads. And we'll go into the game. We'll go into the game encouraging them. I think possibly it could have been wiser to go with wide men in this game, as the ball's knocked long over the top there, obviously from a Hibs point of view, and it's a throw in. Gray deep inside their own half into Crawford. Crawford picking it up now, back to Gray. He's got lots of space now. Angles one into the box, should be easily dealt with. Houston away, McGinn will pick it up against his old side. Come on McGinn, get it forward. Forward to Odsonne Edouard, into Rooney, back to Edouard. Good play by the three of them there. Rooney's available again, picks it up. Can he find Herrera? Good ball to Herrera. Back to McGinn, come on. Through to Edouard, holding her up. Right, get this deep, Houston. Puts it in. Ambrose heads it away. Gray's going to pick that up. That's no good. Come on now. Gray getting forward on the right hand side. Far too easy to get it down that line to Murray. Murray's probably going to have an option in the box now. Fernandez trying to mark him. It's in, and Chris Long across the post, and it's 1-0 already. No even 5 minutes gone. Obviously demanding more out of the squad after that, and we're going to change to have wingers on if this continues. Picked up by Oliveira now for the throw. Oliveira throwing it in. Too easy for Campbell to nick it. Murray plays it inside, but McGinn tracking back well. Out to Houston. Forward for Edouard. Takes it down nicely. McGinn. There's too many in the middle there. There's 4 of them just going to sit and spare. Barjonas to Rooney and Edouard. Again, the 3 of them deep in the midfield there, just kind of sit and spare. Herrera picking it up now. Oliveira angles a ball in. Edouard arrives, keys it down for Rooney, and it's Wayne Rooney's first goal for the club. Excellent stuff. Nice header down as well by Edouard, and Rooney buries it beyond the goalkeeper, so we're no behind for long. Let's hold off on the tactical change. Could be a high scoring game. Obviously Hibs versus Dundee United ended 5-2 at Tannadice. Bit of a concern statistically, although that's only our first shot. Hibs have had obviously 5. Herrera's ball cut out by Wilson. Gray on this right hand side again. This seems to be an avenue for Hibs. Gray plays it forward to Murray. Come on, Gray now again. Murray's on his bike. They're getting down that right hand side far too easily now. Murray running into Waldo, playing it into Crawford. Gray's available again though. Gray picking up, not a good touch. But he doesn't get the ball. We should have been on him there with that poor touch as Crawford plays it to Long now. Helps it on to Murray. Again, not a great ball, but he has far too much time. Hits the side net, and thankfully. Still only the 1 shot from ourselves and the 6 from Hibs. We're lucky to be level, I think. Odsonne Edouard now injured. He'll be one of the men coming off at half time, I think, as we change the formation. Rooney dumping it into the box. Ambrose heads it away, picked up by Murray. Come on, he's running at the entire defence. See if we don't get this off him. He's still running, he's still going, he crosses it and it's in. For fuck's sake. That is pathetic. Right, let's pause that. Yeah. We're going to have to go with this now. Focus on getting people down the lines because my god was that bad. Edouard off for Mitchell. I think Mitchell's going to be more of an orthodox winger than a thief would be. We'll get Jack Price off as well for O'Halloran. Let's get them wide and let's exploit the flanks because pathetic, frankly, would be the word for it so far. And they're obviously missing people down the flanks, so hopefully we can expose that. I should maybe have made the change earlier, but what can you do? At 1-1 I was still hoping that we'd be able to rally, but we are behind 2-1 at half time. And statistically we've not been good. We're going to have to lay into them, obviously. Starting the second half, still can't shout anything because we told them to push forward late in the first half, which I think is stupid. It should reset at half time. As Barjonas is coming forward now, flicks it out wide. Hopefully we can at least improve statistically here. 9 shots to 3 in Hibs' favour still. 10 to 3 now. 10 to 6 now. At least we're racking up the shots even if we're not seeing much, as Gray throws it into Wilson. Wilson on the ball now, has to go back to his goalkeeper. Smith, who has far too much time on the ball, knocks it long. Crawford, far too much time to cushion it down to Campbell and Murray and Crawford. Playing it to Long now. Crawford can play in Murray here. Tries to do so. It should be swept up. Cardoso and the keeper get in each other's way. Cardoso does take it though. Plays it forward. It's a shocking pass. Ambrose easily gets that. Plays it into Crawford. Fernandez gets it though to Mitchell. Mitchell looking up. Herrera trying to run between the defenders, but Mitchell's just going to go all the way down that left flank. No pressure on him whatsoever. Mitchell acres of space to whip it. Herrera rises and it's in. Excellent stuff from Mitchell. Excellent header from Herrera, and it's 2-2. Now let's press on and get the 3 points. Hopefully they stay with this hideous narrow formation they've got. Yep, they're still doing the same thing. Murray with the throw. Throws it into McGeoch. Into Crawford. Hits off their man, but it's one back. Fernandez knocks it long, but it will be picked up by Wilson as O'Halloran races down the right to try and put pressure on. Wilson will easily get to it first though. Wilson picks it up, plays it back to Smith and goal. Smith plays it out to McHugh. Takes a touch to Ambrose now, closed down by Mitchell, but it goes forward to Gray. Gray picks it up, plays it into Crawford now. There's a chance. Crawford playing it out wide. Murray will pick it up. I think Oliveira should have got that personally. Murray roasts Oliveira, whips it in. Cardoso away, well played. Mitchell helps it on to Barjonas. Can we counter now? Barjonas forward for Oliveira. Not a great ball. Herrera picks her up. Come on. Rooney, a wee flick. McGinn now. Barjonas. We've taken too long, I think, to get forward. Given away to Campbell. Come on. Forrester forward for Crawford. Far too easy. Long picks it up now. Crawford running beyond him. There's a 2-on-1 against Fernandez. All he has to do is whip this and it's a goal. He's whipped it, it's a goal, and it is 3-2. What more can we do other than overload them? I'm going to move Oliveira into the middle, I suppose. I'm going to take Jordan Houston off for Morelos. We're going to throw the 2 up front. And we're just going to try and go for it because we need to. No point losing 3-2. Both teams basically have done the exact same thing, defended horribly and attacked pretty well. It's just a shame that their attacking force has been far more efficient than ours. 3-2 as we approach 70 minutes here. 10 shots to 11 now. We're actually much closer to them statistically, but they obviously still have the lead. And they're playing with exactly the same formation. I've no idea how they're still ahead. We should have far too much pressure on this formation. I suppose Rooney can go up front now. Play as a deep lying forward, play with a front three. We need to go route one. 10 minutes left to get something out of the game. But it does look like we're going to go down again. As Ian Fulton takes the kick long, goes down the right hand side. O'Halloran should pick this up now. He's got one on. Plays it forward down the flank. Herrera won't get that though ahead of Wilson. Wilson can go back to Smith and go, who don't put enough pressure on. Played long. Picked up well by Fernandes. Forward to Morelos. He's got a lot of time here. He loses it to Hanlon though. Hanlon playing it long. Murray picks it up. Horrible feeling the ball is just going to get knocked in behind us. Hanlon to McGuinness now. Plays it forward to Crawford and they're almost in on the back line, but it's a great challenge by Burjonas. McGinn now to Mitchell. Come on. McGeoch cuts it out and it's a horribly sloppy game. Hits Campbell, goes to Herrera. Space, come on O'Halloran. Puts it in far too early. Drops for Morelos and that's a fucking shambles of a finish. And we actually have more shots than them now. 14 to 13. 8 on target each. Unfortunately 3 in for them, only 2 for us. Acres of space, good save by Fulton. Now McGeoch with a corner. 4 minutes of added time we're into now. It goes to Forrester, picks it up, plays it into McGuinness, has a shot, deflects, clear. Forrester picking it up again. I don't think anything's going to happen here. And it's a good challenge by Mitchell, and it's probably the end of the game now. I don't see much action for the end of this. We're into the last 4 added minutes. It's just going to pass, I think, 15 seconds or so left. Herrera throwing it to Burjonas. If we're going to nick a point, it's going to be an absolute late smash and grab. Herrera delivers it early, nobody attacks it. Hanlon gets it away. Mitchell picking it up now. 5 seconds as he's charging back towards his own half. Forward down the line. Hanlon heads it away, and that'll be time. Craig Thompson blows the whistle. It's 3-2 to Hibernian. Yep, we have to be aggressive about that. We can't accept a loss. Another loss. We're sitting 7th place as we get to the end of August. I mean, seems a long way from that destruction of Kilmarnock now. Since then we've got a draw and 2 losses. And not good performance in those back-to-back losses either. We're hosting Dundee at Ibrox now with a real need to beat them. I think the change of formation might have worked against another team, but unfortunately Hibs playing that narrow formation they play, we really needed width. As Bruno Alves agrees to go to China, thank God. Away you go, Bruno. Dumbarton and Aberdeen in the cup. Dumbarton beat them. Nice, nice. Celtic signing Didier Ndong. Aidan Wilson doing well. And Ryan Hardy away to Dunfermline on loan as a key player. Hopefully get some good game time down there. We need to smash Dundee here. Gonzalo Martinez at River. Yeah, he'd be a pretty damn good signing, wouldn't he? He's got 8 caps for Argentina, but no interest in joining, sadly. I'd like ideally to get somebody in on that left side before the end of the window. Obviously that's not going to happen before we play Dundee, which we're about to do momentarily. Dundee United at Tannadice against St Johnstone for St Johnstone with the 2-1 win up there. They seem to be recovering their form from season 1 where they pushed us for 2nd place. They're actually 4-1-0, top of the league currently, St Johnstone. And we are sitting, sadly, bottom half. Shambles, man. 4 points after 4 games. We need to go out and destroy Dundee. We're kind of feeling the pressure now, actually. Our tenure here, this is the first time where I've really thought if we don't rally we might end up sacked. There's Dundee coming to Ibrox. And the fitness test is saying Liam Henderson can't play, everybody else can. And 4 wins, 2 draws and 2 losses against Dundee so far, so depending on what way this one goes, it could save us or it could absolutely condemn us here. Right back we're going to go with Gamboa again. In the middle we'll go Cardoso, and I mean Fernandez had a horror mistake last time, so we'll bring in Murray Wallace. We'll go with Mitchell at left back because Oliveira's been disappointing. We'll play McGinn, not on that side though. We'll play Jack Price on that side. We'll play McGinn centrally, and we'll play Barjonas on the left. On the right hand side, of course, it'll be O'Halloran. On the left hand side, on the left hand side, I suppose we'll play Akram Afif, and up front we were going to go with Alfredo Morelos. No, we're not. We're going to go with Eduardo Herrera, who scored last time out at least. We're going to go with Foderingham, Fernandez, Houston, Oliveira, Jack, Rooney and Morelos. That will be the bench. So hopefully we can do this. Need a strong result here at Ibrox. They're playing a basic 4-4-1-1 just now. I'm going to aggressively say I expect you to end that poor run of form and win this damn game. And here we go. I'm going to tell them to push forward, not just encourage them. So Herrera plays it to McGinn, now Gamboa. And O'Halloran getting down the right hand side. Go on O'Halloran. He's just been rewarded with a new contract, so he really needs to show he deserves it. He loses the ball there, but a good positive run gets us near Dundee's box in the opening minute at least. And we're now bossing possession up around that 70% mark in the opening 10 minutes. But we're not creating anything. Long gone are the days in season 1 where we used to create chances and score goals in the first 10 minutes. We've not even had a chance in the opening 25 here, despite 4 shots to 0 on the shot count as Cardoso enters the book. Come on, man. Okay, here we go. Here's something. Scott Bain with a goal kick for Dundee. Goes long, should be dealt with by Wallace. It is. He heads it away. It's picked up though by Kamara for Dundee. Bjordal into Baxter. Picks it up well. Surrounded by blue shirts. Gets out of it though by going back the way to Sissako. Sissako scoops it forward. Should be dealt with by Wallace. It's going to be picked up by Price here. Come on, Price. Show me something. Plays it to Herrera. Good play. Holds it up. Does well, still driving at them, has a shot, it's not a good one. Bain makes a bit of a meal of it, but at least we're getting forward, I suppose. 6 shots to 0, 2 of those on target. Second half might bring on Oliveira and push Mitchell forward to the winger because Afif hasn't been doing great out there. Mitchell, here he is now, throws it to Barjonas, gives it away to Kamara, wins it back off Kamara, good tenacity. Afif picking it up into McGinn now, looking for an option. McGinn slides it to Price, Price playing it for O'Halloran, who's in and shoots and scores. Go on, son. That's what he needs to do to show he deserves that contract. Praise them. And the sad thing is, even taking the lead there only moves us up to 6th place. 8-0 on the shot count, nearly 70% on the possession. Brilliant statistically in this game, but we've not exactly come to life. We're only 1-0 up. Hibs are actually losing to Aberdeen, Kelly losing to Hamilton, and Hearts losing to Hamilton, Kelly beating Ross County, and of course ourselves beating Dundee. I'm going to praise them. I'm going to passionately praise them because we're playing well. You know, we might only have 1 goal, but we're doing well. Fernandez is going to come on for Cardoso, and I am going to bring Oliveira on for Afif, and that'll move Mitchell forward to be a winger on that left hand side. Just tell them in the second. I'm going to demand more in the second half. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to tell them to concentrate or tighten up or anything like that. We need to stay positive, I think, as O'Hara knocks it over the top, but it's picked up easily by Gamboa. Come on, we're starting to look, we're looking dominating in this game at least. As I say that, it is nicked and played forward to Smith now. Lots of blue shirts there to deal with it. Gets it to Bjordal now. That's well charged down by Mitchell. Barjonas picks it up, plays it to McGinn, forward to Herrera. McGinn continues his run. Oh, that's lovely. McGinn picks it up, takes a nice touch, shoots, and it's in. John McGinn assisted by Herrera. That was a lovely wee move there, and that's him off the mark for Rangers. Just played it into Herrera. Herrera held it up well. McGinn continued his run, and that's what I expect a box-to-box midfielder to do. Play it into the striker and keep running on beyond. And that was a great example of it there. As Hibs equalised through Paul McMullen against Aberdeen. Sissako has a throw in here for Dundee. Baxter gives it away to Barjonas. He's looked like his second season self here when he was the top player in the league. McGinn playing it out to O'Halloran on the right, who's also looked pretty good on the right hand side. To Gamboa now getting forward. Let's put them to the sword. Gamboa beats the fullback, whips it in. Herrera's in there. Can he win the header? Goes to Price though. He tries to find Mitchell, away by Sissako. Headed away by Fernandez. Oliveira should pick that up. Good play from him. Looks down the line for Mitchell. Barjonas into McGinn. Gives it away to Kamara. That's no great by McGinn. Bjordal here picking it up now. Looking over the top for Smith. He's got in behind. Smith takes a nice touch. He's in on the goalkeeper who sits down and he scores. Cammy Smith for 2-1. We're telling him to concentrate now. It's 12-2 on the old shot count, but it is danger zone again now. This reminds me of the Livingston game as Murray Wallace heads it to Eduardo Herrera now. He's got O'Halloran on that right hand side. Chooses to use him. Excellent. Can he get a great ball in here, O'Halloran? He's got men to aim for. Drives it low. It deflects off O'Hara and it's in for 3-1. Thank God for that. That's an excellent cross actually by O'Halloran. Got to give him credit. For the last 20 minutes or so I think we're going to bring on somebody. Maybe we'll bring on Jordan Houston actually now. Give him a little bit of taste for the game. Because ultimately he is obviously going to be a right back. Gamboa, short term measure. And it's 1-1 in every other game apart from obviously Hamilton Hearts, which is 1-0. Oh, Hibs taking the lead against Aberdeen. As Jordan Houston throws it to Herrera. We're looking to put them to the sod here. Houston puts it in. It's cleared away well by Hall. It actually deflects back in, but O'Hara will play it away. Gandhi completes the clearance. Oliveira to Mitchell now. Takes a nice touch. Trying to get down that left hand side. Mitchell. Can he get it in? Squeezes a ball in. Herrera attacks it. Nods it just over the bar. And it's Bain with a goal kick again. Long it goes. Game's come to life now after a slow start. Oliveira to Mitchell. On to Barjonas now. Just manages to keep it. Plays it to McGinn. McGinn out to Mitchell, who actually has looked pretty decent as a left winger. Mitchell losing it to Sissako as I say that. Sissako into Hall. Mitchell trying to close him down as well. It goes back to Bain now. Bain allowed time. Time which Dundee don't have. Bain playing it forward now. Headed on by Bjordal. Picked up by Smith. Back to O'Day. He knocks it over the top for Bjordal. Has got a huge chance. He's in on Ian Fulton. Oof. It's not a good finish, but it's another warning shot for the defence. And now Fulton's goal kick. It's just all action now. Fulton knocks it long. Price is going to challenge in the air. It's headed away by Spence, but it will be picked up by Houston ahead of Smith. Houston into Price. Barjonas now to McGinn. Lovely touch and turn. Out to Mitchell. Against Sissako. He's coming inside now. Playing it to O'Halloran. Got Houston wide. Barjonas picks it up now. Flicks it to Herrera. Good ball. Keeping it central here. Mitchell. He's got Oliveira wide. Or he can go himself. Trying to... Oh, he plays it to Oliveira. Angles the ball in. O'Halloran rises and nods way over the bar. Should really be 4 or more by now. 16-4 shot count here. But of those... Well, 17 shots now. Of those, only 5 on target. Price knocks it in. Hamilton 3 up over Hearts now. Price picks it up now. Looking forward. Plays it into Barjonas. Takes a nice touch. Holds it up back to Price. Smashes one just wide of the post. But this is much better. This is what we want to see every single game. Just pounding the opposition. Even games where we get beat or we draw, this is what it should look like. As Sissako takes a throw, it will probably be the last action at Ibrox. It is, and it is 3-1. An 18-5 shot count. Well done, lads. 3-1. Should have been more, but we'll just take what we get, given how poor we've been at the start of this season. Rangers hammer Dundee. At least it's something. Any of the Loney's doing well. Ithami did well for Motherwell, which he should because he's playing at such a low level. Nobody else really doing anything of note. How is Bednarczyk getting on, the young Polish winger? Not particularly great. He's got 1 goal in 4 appearances and a 6.9 average, which is okay. He looks pretty much okay as well. Reports say he looks alright. So let's go. Celtic must be Sunday, I suppose. Defeat against Hearts. Obviously in real life last night Celtic bounced back, beating Partick Thistle after losing 4-0 against Hearts. The training report comes in. Houston training well, Alves and Herrera not. Alves is old, Herrera's been injured, so that's to be expected. Let's just praise young Jordan Houston, lets him know his effort in training has been noticed. The young Moldovan on loan from PSG at Hamilton gets Young Player of the Month. Then it's for Jonas and then Gajda at Hearts. Right, where are we? Celtic are away at Partick Thistle. That's quite interesting actually, how they have another Partick Thistle game to bounce back from a loss at Tynecastle. Can they do it in this as well? They can indeed. 4-0 to Celtic. They're on 12 points. We are on 7. To be fair, to draw a game and then lose 2 in a row and only be 5 points behind Celtic, that's pretty good. A Fief gets wage hike for bloody hell, 13 grand he's getting now, and the revenue retained from player sales is down to 80%. Akram Afif is on £13,000. I think he needs to be sold if we can get any money for him. He's an okay player, but I mean 13 grand's way too much. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Unfortunately, we still had a bit of the hangover from last time out, and again that game against Hibernian. I think tactically we got it wrong to start off. When we switched to having the wingers, obviously we did better, but couldn't quite get in for the game, sadly. Against Dundee, obviously much better, getting the 3-1 win. Not much more to say. I'm not going to overanalyze it at this point. It was a poor result and it was a good result. There's not much more to say. Can't really draw too much from it with regards to what it means for the future, whether it means we've put the poor form behind us now and we're going to be back on form. I don't know, because next time out we're at Pittodrie, which is obviously going to give us a tough game. And then we've got a lot of games away. Actually, we're away at Pittodrie, we're away at Dingwall, we're away at Tynecastle, then we host Celtic, then we're away at Tynecastle again, then we host Hamilton, then we're away, So we've got tons of away games actually coming up to take care of. So, listen, I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. A little bit of a hangover, as I say, from last episode still when we played against Hibs there. I suppose you would be positive in saying we had some attacking intent from that game, but we were far too fragile at the back. Then we played Dundee, we battered them as you'd expect. They're 10th, they're going even worse than we are, and we put them to the sword. But next time out, next episode's really going to be a test for us. We're away at Aberdeen and Ross County, 2 tricky places to go. As I say, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have done, please drop down below and leave a like. If you want to follow the series, of course, which is a volatile series, it's up and down. You know, it's not like those series where, you know, you just watch a guy absolutely batter all the teams that they're playing and you think, well, where's the drama in this? Let me tell you, there's drama in this series. We do not win every game, as you can already tell. So, as I say, if you want to follow the series, you can, of course, subscribe to the channel, which I'd be really grateful for. But overall, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you when we play Aberdeen and Ross County.